Now I'm clear to go. Here we go. Match number 4, turning to the blue side. We have the great hope of France. Hold on to your baguettes. It's the Escape King himself, Soaz!
Y en el otro lado, el único jugador de la GPL que ha jugado 2 All-Stars, QTV.
Got both of them up again that time, so.
Yep. Their powers combined, they're even louder. I'm still thinking yesterday was a little bit better with the ratatata.
You see, that's the thing, though, is now that's in their heads, and you can't let that
perform.
get to you, right? You think of Dave Chappelle when he was, like, going crazy, and it's like, I have to outdo myself every single time. It gets so hard.
Reinvent yourself.
Exactly. It's so hard to do, though, because people fell in love with what you had done. It's like Key and Peele as well. It's like, we got to keep making funny stuff. People have
He came back, though, Dave Chappelle. Did he do, like, a little skit right now, a little lately?
Yep. Change his direction just a tiny bit, but still. It's one of those things, man.
All right, change direction, into game.
Fiddles!
I mean, these guys can watch the match histories. There's a good chance some of these players have been like spamming certain champions because unlike scrims, you can't pause and leave a 1v1 because most of them go down to the wire on like a one single auto attack trade.
Yeah.
And then the game ends and there's always logs.
Alt F4 right before the last hit comes through. That's an auto lock too.
Oh, they're playing a mirror match.
Oh.
The second you see weird bans, they're playing a mirror match. Because look at it.
Soaz spelled Fnatic.
Yeah, FNC versus QTV. The second you see the vibe ban, you got to start looking at like the first letters and see what they're banning. This happened last year as well, where Bjergsen and Doublelift were banning out TSM every time and then playing Vel'Koz and Zed Mirror. Froggen played Anivia Mirror and they spelled it out. The Zillion was spelled out last year as well in his game versus Afromoon.
This is great.
Oh, dude, I love watching these things 1v1s. The sad part is they actually tend to end at level 3.
Yeah. Oh, usually it's the level 3, it's whoever got better ease off on the minion wave and the other person to try and push it a little bit faster. And whoever lands the Q, because they'll both stand in the minion wave, and if one lands a Q and the other doesn't, it's like, this game is almost over.
Yeah, it's really important because these guys are going to kind of mimic each other in terms of play. When it was played by Diamond Prox, was it like 2013 All-Stars? He definitely played a Lee Sin Mirror, but the problem was it was in the original Summer's Rift in the mid lane, so there was no fancy brush control or relics, and I think that will actually spice this matchup up a lot more.
Do
you run to the relic versus Lee Sin Q? Like, you got to believe in your ability to juke then. Is it worth it? Maybe not.
That's true. That's actually... See, these things are just so hard. You have to think of all of them beforehand. Because if you get on the Rift, everything has to go out the window, and you have to kind of rely on your practice. If you haven't practiced enough, then it could be an issue. But I do think that QTV, and Soaz, both very practiced. We were talking about how in Vietnam they take their 1v1s very seriously, especially in the GPL.
Yeah, definitely see if there's any contrast here. Soaz is running 80 attack speed, armor, and just some health. So a pretty standard page, honestly, with Thunderlords. Just gonna look up what his opponent is running. We're missing quite a few Qs right now. There's magic resistant QTV.
Yeah, because E does magic damage.
But like 4 flat MR.
It could be the difference. I've seen it before. I've actually seen it before.
All right, they're both running a little bit of attack speed, definitely.
It depends on what their style is, because some people actually max E first, because it'll shove the wave, and it will also deal damage to the opponent. So if you have magic resistance and they don't, it is the difference.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen W maxes as well for kind of a sustained tanky synth.
Yeah, it's the difference there. Soaz started Q, QTV started E.
Soaz connects, so that's good. In a minion wave, that's rough, though. QTV should always answer with immediate auto attack right there.
Yeah.
It's really important that you do not cancel any single auto attack animations. So it's going to put you behind in trades.
I was looking at fun facts for QTV. He's actually 28 years old, and he turns 29 in March. So.
Ooh. Soaz bullied a guy playing a Lee Sin mechanic heavy matchup, and this guy is 28. That's just mean, Paul. Good size up.
It's just being toxic, you know? And QTV levels up, gets the Q and the exhaust.
Good counter exhaust from Soaz right before the proc.
Soaz has his Q up first. Oh,
that's big.
28, baby. Still got it.
I mean, maybe he's juking it because Soaz...
Oh, he's got Q back up. He got him.
Oh, he got him.
He got him.
Soaz, it's over. Oh, QTV.
It takes down the 1v1 king from earlier.
Look at him. He's happy.
Oh. Hey, man, 28 years old. Don't give up on your dreams like Crepo. Everybody else out there. You are old enough to go pro.
I need a new excuse. What will I do now? Maybe I was bad all the time. Maybe it wasn't age.
It's okay. I've been worse the whole time. So we can be miserable together. It's
But
fine.
it's better not to try and then not fail. And actually try and fail. QTV here. Final trade.
Yeah.
That's a really good Q. And then Soaz, yeah, his Q wasn't cooldown. You can't play that bold.
Yeah, that's the thing is you have to count the cooldowns here, and that's what happened. What QTV did is when you saw him go aggro right before that replay, he walked up to the left, and then he started walking back because he was like, -4 seconds. That means Soaz is up here. Dodges Soaz's Q, and that's what changed the game.
And he also had like 2 magnificent sidesteps there. It's really hard to juke against like great Lee Sin players or great pro players. So sometimes you gotta do the dumb jukes. Basically, you keep walking in a straight line. It's like a double mind game that goes like 3 layers deep. But he sidestepped both Qs and then obviously got control in the matchup.
Yeah, it's basically, you know, if you keep seeing them sidestep to the left, the person who keeps doing that has to eventually go, okay, I know that they saw that. I'm going to sidestep to the right. And I don't know who stepped out on stage.
Yeah, I wonder if it could be that.
Might start with an F and end with an acre.
Yeah. This is what I love, man. That has to be the greatest feeling in the world. I don't think that ever gets old. I must say, I feel really bad for Bengi. We joined them for the fan meet yesterday. Basically, after the games, the pro teams go out, you know, to meet the fans, take pictures. I got put next to SKT, so I could have been. It was a good way to practice being invisible. And then every single person that walked up just goes like, "Hello, Faker," shakes his hand, and everybody else gets ignored. Snap got a couple, but like Bengi was just like standing there, like poor little guy, invisible as well. I was next to Mad Life as well. Nobody recognized like the true support god. It felt really like eerie almost.
Yeah, man, welcome to my life as a caster, man. It's like, Jat, I love you, Jat. It's like,
Budget Jat.
Yeah, I'm growing out the beard so that, you know, I can be
Distinguished.
But then, you know, I'm obviously not Riv.
That's exactly what I've been trying as well lately. It's not working too well though. But let's send it over back to the stage. Dash and Ibai are ready to introduce the next matchup.